Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, we'll look at the sounds of letter F, and letter P, P, and we'll contrast these sounds, help you to make both of the sounds correctly, talk about accent error patterns you might make, and look at some contrasting words. So for some non-native speakers of English, the sound that letter F makes, the F sound, is not in their inventory. And I'm thinking specifically of some Filipino speakers, Tagalog and Korean speakers. It's not everyone, but for some speakers, this F sound is very challenging. So we're going to talk about how it differs from the P sound and how to correctly pronounce both of these sounds in English. So the two main differences between the F and the P is that you can hear when I say the F sound, this is a continuant sound. It's a fricative, which means that there's noisy air happening. So other fricatives are like the S and the Th and the Z sound. So it can help you to notice that S, I can hold, the F, I can hold. This is one of the salient features of this sound. Secondly, the way this sound is made is with the upper teeth and lower lip. So when I'm saying F, where that noise is made because I'm constricting the air and it has to flow through a little space made by my teeth and lip together. So there's air coming through there, and that's what creates that fricative sound. So it's called a labiodental, which basically means it's the lip and teeth. Labiodental fricative, voiceless. So there's no vibration here. Versus the P sound is what's called a bilabial, which means just lips, upper and lower. Bilabial means two pairs of lips, P, P, that I'm closing my upper and lower lip, and then it's a plosive sound or a stop sound, which means that instead of continuing like the F sound, this plosive or stop means I stop the air completely and then it explodes out. So when I say P, P, the way that sound is generated, there's also no voice here, it's just air, is by having air pressure build up behind the lips P, and then get released in a burst. So I like to kind of use a symbol of a stop sound that just air stops and then releases, versus the F sound I can hold and continue as long as I need to. So if the challenge is for you to say the F sound, you might want to say the P sound first, like pin, fin, so that you can feel when you say pin, it just comes out, there's a burst of air for the P, and then goes right into the word, versus fin, I can hold that as long as I need to get the correct position. So if you're trying to say fin and it comes out more like pin, what you want to do is feel the connection between your lip and your teeth, close it, and blow air. If I'm too tight, and I block the air entirely, it's going to make a sound that's kind of in between, which would be a labiodental plosive sound, which we don't have in English. We don't have a P sound. But if that's what's happening, you're probably actually not closing your lips and making a P. It's just that you're not letting the air come through for your F sound. So what I suggest is if you just gently let your upper teeth rest on your lower lip, they're a little behind, the lip kind of closes against the teeth, but it's loose enough that air can go through there. If it's too tight, or if it's my lower lip comes in too far, I'm not going to get that correct sound. Another thing that you can try is making a sound that's easier for you to make, like a S and then a F, so you can feel that airflow, and that can sometimes help people. So you might say, for example, none of these make, well, this one does. You can do sin, fin. So exaggerating, you can hear how I'm just holding that F sound for a long time before I say the word. After you can do that, fin, shorten up and just say fin. And make sure that you still allow the air to flow even though you don't hold that f sound as long. Let's try some other contrasts. We'll do this one first. Pour, for. Peat, feet. Pace, face. Pool, fool. As you're working on the f sounds, once you can do it just in words, you can try just saying the words fin, for, feet, face, fool. You might also want to practice mostly on common words. These words were chosen because there's a contrast word in P, starting with P, but you could do, for example, for is a common word, the number 5, the verb fit, the verb find, etc. And once you can say these words, for example, find, put it together in a short phrase. I find it at the store. I found you. He found her. Does it fit? It fits. This kind of practice with these common everyday words you can find resources for on my website, speechmodification.com. In our Sounds of English course and in our American Accent 6-week course, we walk you through all of the sounds of English, some of the accent error patterns to watch out for, and how to build practice skills to use these new sounds when you're speaking fluently in English. So I hope this helped you with the difference between the f fricative and the p plosive sounds. You can get, as I mentioned, more help for these sounds and other sounds in our online courses and here on the channel. Thanks so much for watching this video. For your comments, requests, and suggestions, feel free to leave a comment on this video or any of my other videos if you have a question about pronunciation. I'll be back tomorrow with a Word of the Day series, and Saturday we'll have our live question and answer class. You can attend, type your questions in the chat, and I'll answer them for you live. I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. SpeechModification.com. Bye, everyone. Hope to see you again soon.